Hey folks, it's Norm Bergen here, taking you on an insider's tour of Jasper National Park. Today, we are here at Rosemary's Rock to show you the starting point to one of Jasper National Park's best kept secrets. This is the beginning of the ski trail that goes into the Shangrila Cabin. In 1936, a group of local ski enthusiasts got together and they formed the Malignelakeskiclub. Club. Then they petitioned the superintendent of Jasper National Park and requested permission to build a small, modest ski hut. The snow around the village of Jasper was not deep enough for good cross-country skiing. But up here in the Moustached Mountains, the snow is so deep and soft and just perfect for doing that cross country. The Shangrila Cabin is just beyond the snow bowl skiing area. Well, folks, they say that you can ski there for 100 miles and never cross your own trail. The Shangrila Cabin was built by some of those frontier legends, Curly Phillips, Joseph Whyte, and Doug Jeffries. The project was initiated by two brothers, Doug and Vern Jeffrey, early skiing pioneers whose family owned a general store in Jasper. They had been sent to Revelstoke to go to high school and learnt to ski from their Norwegian classmates. They brought that love of skiing back to Jasper and were part of the Jasper 5 who skied from Jasper to Banff in 1930, arriving just in time for Banff's Winter Festival. That 350-kilometer or 200-mile ski traverse was led by Joseph Whyte, a Swiss guide who pioneered ski mountaineering in Jasper and is credited with blazing the first trail to Marmot Basin for downhill ski enthusiasts. Joseph Whyte worked for Fred Brewster on the Skyline Trail up at Big Shovel Pass at his tent camp, prior to coming down here and working for Curly Phillips as a fishing guide on Maligne Lake. This is where his love of photography started. Curly Phillips built this boathouse right here behind me at Maligne Lake. He was hired as the master builder to construct Shangri-La. The builders felled trees from the forest for the log walls and used shakes from an old barn in Jasper for the roof. The cabin sits on a small plateau overlooking a stream that never completely freezes, so there's a good water supply. Vern Jeffries was on his honeymoon at the time of this cabin build. However, when they got back, his good wife sewed the curtains that were in this cabin. The most direct route to get to the Shangrila Cabin is to travel 41 kilometers up here on the Maligne Lake Road to the site of Rosemary's Rock. This is the starting point for the ski trail that takes you into that cabin. This rock became famous when none other than Marilyn Monroe climbed up on it in 1953 when they filmed The River of No Return. Most winters, an ice bridge formulates here across the Maligne River, and it allows skiers a safe crossing of that river. Once you get across, you ski over to the Jeffrey Creek and you follow the flagged ski trail until you hit an arrow where you turn off of Jeffrey Creek right towards the cabin. Here behind me is the alternate route to get into this cabin. It's another 1.5 kilometers further up the Maligne Lake Road from Rosemary's Rock. There's a parking lot here, then you just walk across the bridge onto the right-hand side, following the flagged area over to Jeffrey Creek, and then on the regular trail. The other access way into the Shangrila Cabin is here on the Skyline Trail up at Maligne Lake. This is a pathway that was discovered by Fred Brewster, and it was the only method of getting into his chalet that he built up here at Maligne Lake. You can follow this trail, and it goes over Little Shovel Pass and then drops into the snow bowl and on, of course, into the cabin. Here is a little bit of trivia, just a little bit.
What?
Little Shovel Pass was named in 1911 by Mary Schaefer when she was contacted by the federal government to come up here and survey Maligne Lake.
The snow was so deep, the horses couldn't move.
So guide Jack Otto and his brothers crafted a pair of shovels from a nearby tree and dug pathways through the snowdrifts. The shovels stayed at the pass for many years, but are now housed at the Jasper Yellowhead Museum and Archives. After the Shangrila Cabin was complete, the Jeffrey brothers and Joseph Wise would bring folks up here to go on a week-long skiing trip. You would start here at the north end of the Skyline Trail, which is just across from Maligne Canyon. In the 1930s, a week-long skiing tour would cost you $30. I guess that's a magic number, 1930 with $30. Today, folks, that doesn't even buy lunch. Because it's in a caribou protection area, the cabin is only available in the winter. This cabin is almost 90 years old and still in beautiful, pristine condition. You know, folks, this is part of the very important history of skiing here in Jasper National Park. Stay safe, be well, and I'll see you in the mountains.
This land